Hello, sir. Welcome to this latest edition of Uncovering India. We welcome you to this today's chat session, and it's heartening to know that a soldier, that to an ex-special forces officer, who is going around the world to spread the message of peace. So, tell me something about your mission, sir. Why have you decided to do this?
Yeah, firstly, thank you for calling me over this meet and assisting us in our mission of global peace. Now, to understand my mind, a little bit about me. Right from childhood, I happen to belong to the state of Punjab at the border. I was in the third standard when the 1965 war broke out, and we saw everything around us happening, which included artillery fire, casualties, sufferings. In 1971, I was in the 10th standard. I saw Pakistani planes being shot down and crashing next to us. Night bombing raids by the Pakistani Air Force, bombs used to fall within a kilometer, 2 kilometers of a house. There was Jazba after the 71 war. We heard our chief speak in Amritsar, got motivated, joined NDA in 1975 to serve the nation. It continued for 41 years. During these 41 years, I saw action for almost 18 years globally in counterterrorism, being from the Army Special Forces. Now, end of all this, when I was retiring, me and my wife decided, what do we give back to society? So I realized that war is no solution to any problem. Did World War II, which killed 85 million people, usher in peace? No. The Japanese attacked the Americans at Pearl Harbor, thinking they'll get peace in the mainland. The Americans threw the atom bomb, thinking that will bring in world peace. After World War II, do we have peace? So that's how we got initiated. Let's put a drop in the ocean in global peace in whatever way we can, whichever medium we can use. And here we chose music as a medium. And that's how the story started, and then why music and why harmonica and all that analysis. And we have started a mission hoping to usher in peace in some way or the other.
So, why the music route and
Yeah,
harmonica
now see,
specifically?
I the only music I'd heard in my say about 40 years of military service was the music of gunfire. So even my colleagues in the army, they can't believe that I've gone into music. I started my music because we felt music has no boundary. It has a far-reaching effect, and it brings in a certain amount of internal peace because it's here that peace should start first. And there is a little story to this. I take you on to a bullock cart. You have a pull cart where you have a frame where you put the stuff, consider that as the brain. Then you have the wheels. When you fit the wheels, the bullock cart can move in front. Consider these wheels as the heart, the spiritual heart, you can call it. Now, the frame of the bullock cart is considered as the brain, which is the seat of thoughts. And the wheels are the seat of emotions. Together they can move. Together they form what we call is the mind. The mind is ready to go in any direction. You touch a bull, the intellect that takes you. Now, if the bull is not controlled, that intellect will take you in any direction. So we are targeting the intellect. When you listen to music, for that duration, the number of thoughts which cause irritation, upheaval in your mind, they get subdued because you're concentrating on the music. And for those 3 minutes of a song or 4 minutes, there certainly is peace. If there's peace in me, there'll be peace in my family. That will result in peace in society. And that would result in peace in the country. And obviously, finally, it will be peace in the world. That is the chain reaction. So that's how we chose music as an element.
And why harmonica?
Yeah. Now, technically, if you ask a musician, it's one of the most difficult instruments to learn, especially when I did not. My instructor asked me, do you know what is sargam? Sarigama pada nisa. I used to Google to see what is sargam. I started from there online, my training. Harmonica is a small instrument. It's a versatile instrument. I can carry it in my pocket. It has all the notes which are possible to be played. I don't have to prepare. I can just start playing. I have not done any tuning. I don't need an orchestra. It's an orchestra by its own, a orchestra in my pocket. Easy to carry, transport. Wherever I go, I just have to take it out and start playing. So it was one of the most versatile instrument. Technically, I could play all types of songs and practically easy to carry. And that's how we chose this instrument.
So where all you go and play these music? I believe you go visit all the war sites, important war sites where you go and play the harmonica. So
That's right.
since when did you begin and how many sites you have covered till now?
Yeah. See, I started learning harmonica online from my instructor in India. We presently live in Canada. And my instructor is in Baroda, Mr. Purva Bhatt. On January 2017, I started playing. I used to spend about 6 hours a day learning about music and songs. Our aim was to go and play at those historical war sites starting from World War One, Two, where there has been massive destruction, and play there and play in front of the war memorials where soldiers, whether it's India, soldier, whether it is from any world, are giving the ultimate sacrifice for the security, safety of the citizens of their country. It's a national service. So we wanted to play in that. We played in war memorials in Toronto, in Vancouver. We have played in war memorials in USA. We have played in the famous song of mine on Pearl Harbor, the entire thing. We have projected. We made a song on that also, Pearl Harbor. This year we had planned to go to Normandy and play a song at the D-Day beaches in France, and also go to Somme, where the Indian soldiers fought in World War One. Go to Arnhem, where the famous para drop took place. I am from the parachute regiment. At A Bridge Too Far is a famous movie. But due to COVID, we could not travel to these places. So we made a song for COVID warriors, photographed and videographed that in India. So we have a mission in place to visit World War II sites, given when travel restrictions will be removed in Europe next year. Then we also have plans to cover the Indian uh, war memorials, especially the high altitude war memorials, and travel to Vietnam, cover that, and also travel to other disputed sites, including where atomic bombs have been thrown or used, I would say, in Japan. So that is our plan. And if COVID permits us its travel, the earliest we would like to travel to Europe first.
Can you play a few notes for us that you have prepared for COVID warriors?
Yeah, I played this song, जिंदगी का सफर है ये कोई समझा नहीं कोई जाना नहीं. Philosophical song, so I'll play a few lines from that. The song is there on YouTube also.
Wonderful, so wonderful. It's incidentally my favorite song as well, my most
Oh,
favorite
great.
song.
Yeah, I remember you mentioning that.
Kishore Kumar song from the
You should-
movie Suffer. So, so before I conclude, we know we are living in an era where whipping up war cry and whipping up war emotions has become fashion nowadays. And who more than a soldier knows the impact of war and the destruction the war causes? So, how do you react? And somebody who has taken up the cudgels to spread peace, how do you look at this entire uh, this ripping up of war cry, war emotions by politicians, media, and how do you look at this kind of patriotism?
See, now there are two type of people who talk about war as a solution. When we do the peace mission, we are in no way speaking against the right to self-defense. We are talking about those who have got aggressive intentions of breaking somebody else's peace. If they are rectified and they become peaceful, obviously this issue would go away. Now, most of the people, the first category who make a lot of noise about war is the answer, are those who may not have seen war themselves. They may not have seen the suffering. And the second is when war is imminent, then to boost up the morale of those who have to give the ultimate sacrifice, there is a war hysteria which is generated. Now, as a soldier, if you've not seen war, there is a lot of patriotism, enthusiasm, there's a lot of josh to go in, which is rightfully true. Because it's a cause which binds you. If the cause is my nation is in danger, my people are in danger, it raises the morale and it also raises the hysteria of going in. But a soldier knows that initially he went in, when he experienced war, he realized the biggest sufferer is those who combat, who take part, whether it's a soldier, if he gets killed, his family, his children, if he gets wounded, injured, his future life, everything gets impacted. And I would ask a reverse question. Tell me one war which has solved a problem. Has World War II solved the problem? Is the world a better place? No. Did World War I solve the problem? No. Did the Cold War solve the problem between the US and the Russians? No. No war has solved any problem because peace is the basic nature of mankind. We take pride. Look, I made this big an atom bomb. I can destroy so many people. We are the only species which takes pride in its capability of destroying its own species. You don't hear a lion going in the jungle and saying, "Oh, I can destroy all lions of the jungle. I've got this weapon with me." But man does it. He takes pride in it. So that is the crux issue. It is the thought process, the agitation in the mind, the turbulences, when he is having very high ambitions, not matching with his competence, that he starts getting agitated. And that is the main issue of man.
So, what is your message to our viewers? What is that you would like to tell them?
See, the thing is, it's a drop in the ocean, everybody's effort. But if we can make one person smile a day, the world is a better place to live in. If we make our own self smile, the world is a better place to live in. If I, at the head of my family, am peaceful here, my whole family at home will be peaceful. When we go out, we will carry that positive energy into society. Society will become peaceful. Once society is peaceful, it will spread into the country. Country will become peaceful. When countries become peaceful, the whole world becomes peaceful because man's basic nature is peace and love for each other. It is not aggression. So that's our message to everyone. Please do whatever you can to bring a smile on one person a day. If not somebody else, your own self. Find a cause to smile, spread positive energy, and you will be making a dent in improving our environment of living a peaceful and world with harmony. It would happen. Not mere slogan, action on ground.
Amen. We wish this happens, and I pray that your dream comes true in this lifetime itself. And because peace brings in prosperity, and there is no doubt that the world, which is at conflict today, at crossroads today, needs to calm down its nerves and look at a more peaceful road ahead, so that our children, they grow in a peaceful atmosphere and they live through for a better future. Thank you, sir. Thanks for your valuable time. We wish you all the best, and we hope that your efforts really bear fruit and make people realize that war is not a solution to any problem. But
Thank
sitting
you very much.
across the table and through peaceful negotiation, we can hope to achieve more prosperity and more progress.
Thank you very much, and Jai Hind.
Jai Hind, sir. Jai Hind, sir. Good day, sir.